All right.
So yeah.
So here's Big Lance here in Hanoi. Through a friend, I met this young man, and his name is Ilya, right?
Ilya, that's right.
Ilya.
Yeah, Russian.
Okay.
From Toronto.
From Toronto. Okay. So he just rode his bike up to Hanoi, and tell us a little bit where you started your trip.
So the whole journey started back in Costa Rica at the beginning of the new year. Got a free ticket to Costa Rica, so that's how I ended up there. Just for a month. I would have stayed much longer, but what happened was even before I left Toronto, I was in the airport and they asked me, "Oh, do you have a return ticket from Costa Rica?" And I only had a one-way ticket. So I was kind of like, "Oh, no, I don't." And they told me, "You can't enter the country without an exit ticket." So in the spot, I had to buy a return ticket, and I figured, I'll be a month in Costa Rica, and then I'll fly back. So I got a ticket to the U.S. To Los Angeles in a month. Went to Costa Rica. Obviously, I loved it. I toured around there. It's not a big country, so it's much slower. But a month flew by. And I was thinking, we can continue this. Colombia's right nearby, South America and all that stuff. So afterwards, I thought, oh, I'll keep going. But I had the return ticket, so for me, sorry, I can't. I'm nervous on the camera.
No.
It's weird for me.
So from Los Angeles, you went to you had like a round trip from Costa Rica to Los Angeles.
So from Costa Rica, there's two airports. There's the San Jose and there's Liberia, right?
Yeah.
So my plan was to bike around Costa Rica and then finish in Liberia. So my ticket.
Liberia,
Costa Rica. It's another city. Yeah,
not the country in Africa.
Not that one. Yeah, or Liberia they call it.
Okay.
So I finished there and then I had my ticket, but I would have stayed much longer. In any case, I ended up in Los Angeles and I was thinking where to go next. I was gonna bike maybe to Florida. It would have been a nice ride, the southern states. It was still February, so like pretty cold. But I messaged a friend who's been living in Chiang Mai for some time, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" and stuff like that. And he's like, "Oh, it's great. Come over here. It's very nice." And I just looked at the ticket prices. I managed to find one for like basically peanuts, and next thing I know, I was in Chiang Mai. So
you just got a one-way to Chiang Mai.
One way to Chiang Mai. Yeah, didn't really have a plan of where to go after. And then from Chiang Mai, I did nothing. It was so nice there, especially with the whole vegan scene, and I basically just became a vegetable. They have Doi Satep, so doing some rides, got to know some people, but for the most part, it was just very effortless living. Everything's cheap. I got myself an apartment, so instead of being there just for 1 week and then touring, I ended up being there for 2 months.
Oh, okay.
But
enjoying the fruit and all the vegan restaurants in Chiang Mai is amazing, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, every day. I don't think I cooked once. But yeah, there was in February, so there were a couple people there, especially living more long term. But most of them were leaving because of the burning season.
Okay.
Have you been?
I've been to Chiang Mai many times, but not during the burning season. But I guess there's lots of smoke.
Makes sense. Yeah, exactly. So I was there till March, and I stayed 1 month, extended another month, and I'm the kind of guy who has to keep moving. So I was thinking where to go next, and the idea was my dream was always to go to India, but going to India by land means you have to pass through Burma, Myanmar, which is easy to get through from Thailand. Yeah. But the hard part is from Burma into India, that border. There's a lot of mysterious bureaucracy, and just one agency says one thing. I go to the consulate in Chiang Mai, and they pull out like some printed out forum, just an internet forum, really. That was their official document from 2015. So they didn't even know what's happening. I basically figured out that I could end up risking it, just going to Burma, biking it, so from the south, the Thai border to the Indian border is about 1,000 kilometers. So I could bike the 1,000 K, but the risk is that once I enter the border, they'll just turn me back, so you can't cross.
Right.
You know, reading some more and stuff like that, I really wanted to go, but I wasn't sure. And at last I found a forum where they told me that you kind of can get into through the land border into India, but it has to only be through an organized tour. And those tours are about $2,500. So it kind of defeats the purpose, and again, it's organized. So even though my dream was to have like a contiguous, you know, trip into India, the other option would be to fly. But then it would be kind of like off to Kolkata, and I really wanted to bike that part near Bhutan with the part of the Himalayas and stuff. So it didn't work out, and my visa was kind of draining. I only had a couple days.
Your Thai visa.
My Thai visa, yeah, and it would have been a border run. And I already did the immigration office extension, so I was thinking, well, where should I go to next? And I still had it in me for some travel, so I figured, well, you know, I'm in Southeast Asia, I might as well see Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
So I didn't have enough time to start biking from Chiang Mai because I only had 3 days, but I managed to find a really cheap ticket. It was like $20 to Pattaya in the south. So I flew to Pattaya, and then from Pattaya, that's where I started touring again. From the airport, basically like along the coast. It was only 3 days. I mean, I barely toured in Thailand, but along the coast to Cambodia, and then crossed into Cambodia. Kind of also stuck along the coast, but towards Sihanoukville, which I did not find very pleasant. Have you been?
No, I've not been there yet.
No, okay. It's from maybe the journals I read or something are really outdated, but it's become like a Las Vegas, except far less regulated.
Kind of Wild West, kind of seedy, kind of.
Oh, of course, very like angry, drunk Chinese and Korean tourists, and at the same time you have like people in squalor and these like massive gold casinos. It was this huge contrast, and it just is this very negative vibe and busy and hot and all that. So I quickly left from there, and then most of that part of the south of Cambodia that I was in. It was fairly flat, hot kind of, but there were some interesting villages I passed through. I went up to Phnom Penh, the capital, kind of similar to Sihanoukville, just much bigger. Didn't really like it, but I mean, I saw the killing fields. That was really interesting. They have this prison during the time of the Khmer Rouge, and same with the killing fields, is where they would take the prisoners after. But yeah, I stayed in Phnom Penh for a couple of days. I thought maybe I'd go up to Siem Reap, the old capital in the north, where it's much more interesting. And really, from my experience, I think that's probably the only part that's worth going to Cambodia is in the north, because I did not like Phnom Penh and everything. But at the same time, it overlapped with the Khmer New Year's, so everything was booked and busy, and I figured. I guess I'm going to continue to Vietnam, so from there I headed south into the Delta to Can Tho, which was really nice. Have you been?
I haven't been to Cambodia yet.
Oh, no, in Vietnam.
Yeah, this is right across the border?
Right across the border, maybe about 100 clicks. You go down, so like from Phnom Penh sits on the Mekong River, and I just kind of try to follow it. But it's funny because I thought there'd be a border crossing. There's many border crossings along Cambodia and Vietnam, and there was one across the river. So I thought I'd take this road, and it'd be perfect. There'd be a crossing, and I'd enter into Vietnam. And about 150 k's fast forward, I get to the border crossing, and they tell me, oh, it's only for locals, Cambodians and Vietnamese. You have to go to an international one. And I'm surprised because I told them, like, oh, I already have my land visa, I already have my tourist visa all figured out. I'm not getting a visa on arrival. This is all great. They told me, no, you have to go to the other one. And that was about 200 kilometers away, so I had to kind of like detour, and it turned out to be through some like very, very hot land, like temperatures reached 50 degrees on my GPS. Yeah,